Shalom, Herzliya community, governors, trustees, alumni, and staff members. It is again my honor to offer a brief reflection on the past year, but also to share some insights into the work we are currently doing with the immediate and the longer term Herzliya in mind. You might recall that I shared in the previous strategic priorities diagrams with you a year ago. This is our latest version. A graphical representation of 7 main categories of priorities that was agreed on at the board strategy workshop in January. I'll start with the one in the middle, Jewish identity. You might recall that we distributed the JLL promises document at last year's AGM and committed to not only deliver on those promises, but to also develop measuring instruments to assess whether we are successful. Since then, we saw the formation of a JLL subcommittee of the board where in-depth conversations took place about where we were, where we are currently, with a view as to what to prioritize going forward. We had Dr. Ketty Granite. She's an external expert on Hebrew proficiency. She came to the school to do a school-wide Hebrew audit and offer recommendations on the way forward. That work is asking a lot from us. And it lies ahead, includes staffing needs and development. But not only in Hebrew, but also in JLL and Israel education, the development of talent is an ongoing challenge, but we are making progress. Since 2026, we appointed Davi Brom to assist Rabbi Sam Thurgood as head of JLL special projects, and their focus in the high school projects like Purim, Pesach, and other experiential education is already showing good progress. There's 3 future projects already in motion. Number 1 is the development of an annual Grade 10 Israel journey in collaboration with Masa. And I've just heard this week that Masa actually means journey. As part of the Grade 10 JLL curriculum and as an experience that all Herzliya pupils in all grades can look forward to in their Grade 10 year. The second one is the implementation of a Jewish identity through experience program called Neshama, phased into the junior high school in collaboration with the Academy of Jewish Thought and Learning. And thirdly, the development of a more explicit framework for staff alignment in Jewish identity to equip all staff, including our non-Jewish staff, with better practical clarity on the role that a staff play in shaping the school's Jewish culture. Curricular excellence is not only about academic excellence. The chair has spoken about the outstanding matric results last year and the continued recognition received for being amongst the top academic schools nationally. We are obviously immensely proud of that. But when we talk about academic excellence, it refers to our achievements in the CAPS curriculum subjects or the secular part of our curriculum. But, like other schools, Herzliya also offers extracurricular opportunities, including performances like the vocal ensemble, the musicals, productions, there's debating, there's plays, e-sport, and all other sport and cultural activities. In those, we want to excel as well. But unlike other schools, on top of all of that, we also offer Hebrew, Jewish studies, and a multiple other extension offerings. We call this the CAPS Plus activities, those over and above CAPS. Things like further studies, mathematics and science, Diller, President's Cup, Discover, and other camps, Yoms, Chags, and plenty community involvement opportunities, with more in the pipeline. In all of those, our firm aim is excellence. In the same way that our C department offers excellence. I'll say more about that when I talk about our future facilities and our envisaged Center of Excellence. We have heard the clear message to work on our communication challenges and our social media visibility through the marketing department. Recently, particular changes were made to get all sport messaging better aligned and executed. This is where most of the frustration surfaced. Dedicated WhatsApp for business groups were created and a centralized communications person was briefed. we are pleased to hear the relief and witnessing the improvements. We also changed the bus booking system, and thanks to Taryn and her helpers, we now have better access, better payment options, and a much fairer and fuller bus arrangement in place, and we committed to expand if the need arises. The gathering of better data to assist with decisions and understanding our changing landscape forms part of our priorities. We've been able to get fairly accurate data to confirm that just under 80%, 77% to be precise, Jeff, of all Jewish school-going children in Cape Town are coming to Herzliya. And our tracking from birth to alumni is improving. The numbers are encouraging despite the drop in birth rates and resultant community size. The 7 October war forced an unfortunate situation onto us to reduce our social media visibility. For many of you, this felt wrong and frustrating. The work behind the scenes to get better control and online security was not little, and always with the best intentions and pupil safety in mind. We are pleased that the relative silent position is now looking a lot different, and for those of you following our Instagram, we hope it provides much joy and nagas. Our SLC-led initiative to get a Herzliya mascot made resulted in the recent reveal of the Herzliya hoopoe, the national bird of Israel. Following a naming competition, I'm pleased to announce that Theo, with reference to Theodor Herzl, was the winning entry, and a few pupils actually proposed this. So congratulations to Jessica Carroll, Adir Ziegler, and Georgia Grust. They will be receiving their prizes soon. The 2025-26 SLC made it their goal to improve Herzliya pride and ruach. With our mascot Theo at events and matches, may the chant, "Hoo, Herzliya," reverberate and inspire achievements. Rabbi, as you were running up that mountain, you saw the Cape Sugarbird, the orange-breasted sunbird, and as you came down, definitely an Egyptian geese. Unfortunately, I haven't seen a hoopoe this year yet. If you see one, tell me. Our alumni, who, according to the UHS Constitution, are all members of this organization and who can all serve on the UHS board, whether they have children in the school or not, are receiving specific strategic attention. This is not only because they form the backbone of our fundraising initiatives, which they are. This is because we value you and we need you to ensure Herzliya has a sustainable future, not only financially. Funds donated to the Herzliya Foundation Trust benefits their only beneficiary, the school. Where the foundation in the past mainly existed to fund bursaries, they are now in the position to also fund carefully selected capital projects within the limits of annual investment returns, obviously. This is both as a result of the Yahalom Fund making money available for bursaries, and Carrie will say something about that, and secondly, because of years of good investment growth and ongoing donations. After careful planning, including legal advice from senior counsel about personal information protection, the UHS board entered into a fundraising collaboration with the UJC, which will benefit both organizations, Herzliya through their fundraising and campaign expertise, and the UJC through reduced funding needs for Herzliya. To our alumni, we offer reunions and events, supporters wear and guided tours, and whenever you see this H at a community event, I wear many hats. Or a kippah. Take note, that's our supporters wear. And besides supporting your alma mater at events, you can also contribute to Herzliya sustainability by having children and enroll them at the school. 2 more priorities. Innovation is about a lot more than technology and AI, but it certainly forms a big part. Since last year, when we said farewell to Michael Foster, we now have Kerry Ann van der Merwe as our Head of Innovation and e-sport expert. Kerry Ann works closely with Clarissa Coetzee, who moved from Wiseman to Highlands, and she's also a member of the Technology Subcommittee, who leads the drive towards excellence, the use of AI, the technology capabilities and staff training, our IT infrastructure, digital platforms and data, pupil digital experience and well-being, and using technology to optimize processes. Herzliya wants to be at the forefront of technology, but in a way that is responsible and considers the undesirable or undesired impacts it could have when not used in a responsible way. So we are pleased, therefore, that the board agreed to purchase membership for all grade 4 to 12 pupils and staff until the end of this year on the tutorbot Hello Ada. So details about it were sent out earlier today. We hope our pupils and parents will experience meaningful benefits from this platform for those who choose to use it. I conclude with the last priority. For the past 5 years, we spent money on improving all our facilities, not only on the Highlands High, Primary and Ganaviv campuses, but also in Sea Point at Wiseman and Alana Shell, and on our sports facilities at Van Riebeeck Field and Sarah Bloch. You have witnessed and benefited from it. The intention was improvement, upliftment, modernization, while reflecting historical importance and Jewish identity. Several school bathrooms have been upgraded, and we are continuing to doing this one set at a time to offer decent, dignified ablution facilities to all pupils. The collapsing mini Astro next to the high school kikar is currently being replaced. So when you go for snacks afterwards, you'll see it on your left. And the old artificial turf is repurposed to build a second mini Astro next to the seed center. For pupils who need concessions like readers and scribes when they write tests and exams, and there's a lot of them at Herzliya, we built a smart examination venue below the multi-purpose hall. You might not even be aware of it, but maybe next time you go, just go around the corner and peek in there. Beautiful. The upper campus hall was overhauled with much better lighting, but also netting and astroturf, so it can be used as a sport venue and a play area during breaks when it rains in winter. This is the time of the year. You must come here during a break time. That place is packed. But we are now entering a stage where our future facilities, in line with Cape Town 2040 initiative, needs attention. We are seeking excellence in our academics, extracurricular, JLL, technology and AI, and in our CAPS Plus activities. It is here where I want to interrupt myself and acknowledge Sharon Levy, who steps off the board tonight after 8 years of service with love. Sharon was part of my appointment, and for as long as I know her, she has been passionately seeking excellence in everything we do. I thank you, Sharon. So, what would the excellent facilities to house those activities look like? The board created a future facilities task team to work with our architect, town planner, various engineers and designers to come up with a future campus that our community will love and be proud of, something that looks world-class. Some of you might have seen people sitting on corners around Highlands, counting traffic. Those are the traffic engineers doing their work as part of this project. I am pleased to be able to share tonight a few rendered pictures. Don't hold me to it, but it will probably look something like this. So I'm giving you a sneak peek into the type of facility we are working on. Our current classrooms and corridors need renewal. I like the picture on the right the most. That's the old, that's the new. Our pupils need spill-out space. that take maximum benefit from our location and weather in Cape Town. You look that side, there's a mountain. If you look that side, you want to see the water, not a building. Modernization, light, and purpose-built spaces are the direction we are taking, and this is achievable. We have much to look forward to, and I thank you for being a positive part, for the positive part that you are playing to make this school possible. Toda Rabba.